right, welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Haunting. We're here with Steven. Steven is my boss, and he's agreed to sit down with us. Hi, Steve. Thank you for your time and effort, sir.
You're welcome, Griff.
All right, now, Steve, do you believe in ghosts?
You know, yeah, I do.
Okay, great. Now, do you have any sort of story, experience that you might be able to share?
Yeah, well, you know, the only one that comes to mind was many years ago. We were up in Vermont in a friend of ours' cabin. His parents had a cabin up in Vermont, and it was out in the woods. You know, the parents had fixed it up and done it over, but it was a pretty old house. It had Indian closets.
No,
If you're not familiar with what Indian closets are, is in the old days when they would build houses, in the middle of the house where the chimneys were, they would put closets on either side, and then in the end of the closets there would be false walls where if the Indians came to attack, they would hide
out there.
Hide out. Unfortunately, the Indians usually ended up burning down the whole house. So
made it out.
yeah, pretty much. But we were all, you know, sitting around one night, and you know, it came, you know, we all sit down, watch TV, and it came time for bed, and you know, my wife and I, you know, we went into one room, my friend Harold in another room, and the individual Andy, whose parents owned the house, in another room. And somewhere, I'm not even sure what time it was, I had heard a set of footsteps coming up these, and the steps were old. They were old, you know, old stairs. They had, you know, no backs and everything, and very noisy stairs. And I heard somebody coming up the stairs, came to my bedroom door, knocked on the door, walked down the hall, and then knocked on another door. And you know, part of me is like, okay, you know, somebody's playing games, somebody's fooling around. But the steps never went the opposite direction.
Yeah,
you know?
So
and then again, there. You know, I heard somebody come up the stairs, knock on my door, walk down the hall, walked on the other door. This happened twice. But again, I didn't, you know, pay a lot of attention to it, thinking that, oh, it's just my imagination. It's an old house. Never having had that type of experience before, you know, not really wanting to totally fully believe it. So the next morning, you know, I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want to talk about it.
Didn't want to breach the topic.
Didn't want to look like a jerk. And Harold, who was in the other room, you know, just started with, "You wouldn't believe what happened to me last night." He goes, "I don't know if you heard it." He goes, "But somebody came up the stairs, knocked on your door. Did you hear it?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Then came down the stairs and knocked on my door."
Yeah.
And he goes, "And it happened twice, but I never heard anybody going back downstairs." So, you know, when he was talking about it, I mean, the hair on the back of my neck went up, and I was like,
"Oh man!"
This is because, you know, we were both in two different. I mean, how would he know
what happened down your end of the hallway?
Yeah, right. And we both heard the exact same thing. So, you know, after that, I guess the individual who owned the house, Andy, was saying that at some point there was a rumor that somebody had actually gotten shot at the top of the stairs. It was over. He wasn't sure of the details or whatnot, but he actually said at some point that people had actually saw flashes of light at the top of those stairs.
Like a report of a gunshot or something. So I wonder if they were knocking for help, maybe, or something.
Maybe, you know.
Is that a warning of Indians? You know, that's what I was thinking the other day. Like the knock, you know, like knock, knock. All right, get to the secret hiding spot. Like there's Indians out there or something.
Very well could have been. I mean, like I said, the house was that old, and you know, if that's just like he said, somebody got shot in the house, and he suspected that was way after the whole, you know, the house was built, and the Indians had gone away.
To do with the Native American.
Right. That was, you know, more of a crime nature, but God knows between, you know, the Indians in the neighborhood and you know what took place. A lot of magic associated, a lot of history and folklore with them. Absolutely.
Whew. Good stuff. An interesting story. I'd like to see those hideaway walls. That'd be cool.
They were interesting because you just pull them out from the inside of the closet, and because I had never seen them. But Andy said, he goes, you know, they didn't make much sense because when the Indians would attack, they wouldn't, you know, they'd just burn the house down.
Yeah. So you're stuck in there like, are they gone? Is it hot in here? Is it just me? All right, sounds good. Well, I thank you very much, Stephen. I liked that story so much the other day. I wanted to get it again. And that was another episode of 3 Minute Haunting. Tune in next time. Thank you very much.